So it's Tuesday and I am home stranded because my car is going to get worked on or maybe broken apart into pieces, let's be honest. It's beautiful out though, and I really want to get outside. I might take my dog for a walk, but I've just been editing and recording videos, and I'm really excited. I have a lot to say, and when I started my Instagram, like into more fitness stuff, I was kind of worried, like, what if I run out of stuff to post? And then I was like, I like love talking about all of this. I like to ramble a lot. So in and off season behavior and what's appropriate and what's not, it's kind of hard because people are all different. Some people will really take an off season, and then other people will be like, well, I'm basically doing the same thing but not as extreme. So I just made buttercup squash again and it looks so good, but I'm not putting this anywhere else besides the vlog because, well, I'm embarrassed at this point. Listen to the worst music. Don't you look good when you bad at us? No, I look good when I'm bad to cash up. I got bitch that's on my mother. Say she love you, still can't trust her. What's up, guys? So here's my breakfast this morning. It's a low carb bagel, avocado, sugar-free jam that I showed you in my little haul, tahini, and then my dog wants to come in, and then muscle egg for some egg whites and extra protein. What's going on, guys? So I wanted to show you my upper body session, and I also wanted to do a voiceover to explain kind of what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, how I'm feeling coming off my contest prep, all that jazz. So to start, I'm doing my overhead press. This has felt really good lately. My weight has increased by a good 5 pounds on top of the added reps. So what my coach has me doing right now is 8 to 12 reps per set. And so we leave 2 in the tank, and you can see I probably go too hard on this one because I only get 6 the next time I increase my weight. But now I know. Right now at this point, I'm trying to like find where my body's at and just go with the flow from there. So I'm not really concerned with making the wrong decisions when it comes to the weight and reps I'm using. At this point in my journey, I understand what my limits are and when, so I basically just stay smart about things and don't go crazy. And so here I'm doing the single arm hammer strength row. I love this movement. I'm using my VersaGrips because it takes the grip out of the equation for me, and I'm really able to feel it in my back as opposed to my grip or my forearm or even bicep. And so again, we're aiming for 8 to 12 on these. I think I did 10 or 11, and I love going heavy too on these. I really love hammer strength machines too for back because they take your low back out of the movement completely. So if I am fried from deadlifts or squats, the fatigue there doesn't make it an issue for me. So here I'm doing pull-ups, just your regular assisted pull-ups. I try to pause too at the top just to get that contraction. And I also try to slow the eccentrics. And then here I'm doing the chest press. This felt really good when I was doing it for some reason. It's probably like the one muscle group that wasn't fatigued. So this actually gets your front delts a lot too, and you don't even think of it really. I used to be doing the hammer strength chest press, single arm again, but my wrists kind of got funky with it. I have really small wrists, and so I have to be careful, like not to just hurt something the wrong way. And now here I'm doing seated lateral raises. For these I'm aiming now 18 to 20 reps as opposed to like 15 what I was doing before. We want to increase my volume now that I'm coming off of prep, but I also don't want to increase weight too much because you have to be careful. Your shoulder's pretty delicate, so we just kind of want to increase the volume with the reps instead of the weight. And I also did overhead press and chest press, so my delts are pretty fried. And so here, it's funny, I actually decreased my weight on bicep curls. Not to say that my volume's lowering, it's just I'm curling now very strictly, and before I was kind of just swinging a little too much. I wanted to push my weight, but I feel it so much better in the full range of motion, full contraction when the weight is lighter. So, and it's still heavy for me. It's not like I'm saying, oh yeah, I lift so light. Like, I always want it heavy, but form over everything. And then here I'm doing tricep rope extensions. These feel really good. I love the neutral grip on these. If you ever use like a T-bar, I notice that when I'm using something like a rope attachment instead of a bar, I feel it better in both of my arms instead of favoring one. So that's why I like using the rope. Hey guys, so I'm on my way home right now. I went to Eastern Mass last night and it was a blast. I went to a Halloween party and I dressed up as Smarty Pants, so I wore pants and put Smarties on them, and shout out to my mother for helping me with that last minute. So I haven't been this happy in a while. Like, this drive is literally nothing right now. It's 2 hours and I'm like on cloud 9, so there's that. You don't realize in prep how low energy you are until you feel so good, and I hadn't been social for a while. Like, I don't go out usually, getting back into doing that, so that's really good. Because you get to a point where you're just like, you know, this is really hard. I can't even make sentences sometimes, and it's embarrassing. So that was really nice. I have my coffee in hand, and leaves are changing, and it's gorgeous out, so I cannot complain. I was supposed to deadlift today, and my gym closes at 5, so that's not happening. I don't give a shit at all, because I don't need someone to say, okay, you need to deadlift on this day. Jeff is awesome because he's flexible with me. He knows that I'm in love with training, so pushing my session back a day is literally no issue. A few years ago I would have had a freak out, but now it's completely worth it to me, and I know that tomorrow I'm going to be even more excited to train, so I thought I'd just hop on here because this drive is a couple hours, so might as well, right? Yeah, I'm really happy, so talk to you later. Hopefully I'll post a picture that we took, because I looked like an actual nerd, and Dan looked freaking hilarious. Dan was a chef, and he looks like, I don't even know what. It's so funny. His hat looks like a coffee filter. I also just totally thrive in off-season. It's why I started this. I love being competitive and going to the gym